Okay, we are going to do a Pilates mat class. I'm going to try and explain bits and pieces, keeping it fairly beginner friendly if you've not really done much Pilates before, but a few challenges in there as well for those of you that are a bit more used to this type of way of working out. So yeah, full body workout, and obviously in Pilates you can use a lot of equipment as well, but we're just going to be using a mat today. Yeah, so like I said, we're going to keep it fairly beginner friendly, yeah, but making sure that there's enough of a challenge in there for most of you. And we're going to start nice and easy. What we'll do is we're just going to start working into the shoulders, getting a little bit of blood around the shoulders and the necks, because they can get very, very tight. All right, so off we go, just some circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're going to go back the other way and circling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's just turn the head gently over the shoulder and then back into the middle. That might feel a little bit tight, but if we do this again later on, it should be easier to turn the chin into the middle and the other way into the middle. Okay, so let's come round to sitting. We're going to put the feet hip distance apart. Let's take the hands underneath the knees here, and this is about mobilizing and moving the lower back. Yeah, so we're going to curve under, and that's a C curve there in the spine, guys, and then we come all the way straight. So curving back and then coming straight, and curving back and then straight. And again, back and straight. Okay, keep going, curving back and then straight. And again, back and straight. All right, let's do 2 more of these, curving back and coming straight. And 1 more, curving back and coming straight. All right, so that was moving, mobilizing the lower back gently. Let's come back round to the front again, cross-legged. I'm just going to do some gentle side stretches. So let's take one arm up and we're going to reach over to the side and then back into the middle. And again, over to the side and back into the middle. Let's do 2 more, over to the side and back into the middle, and 1 more, over to the side and then back into the middle. Okay, let's do that on the other side. We'll lift the arm up and gently stretching over into the middle, and again gently over into the middle. Let's do 2 more, gently over into the middle. And last one, gently over and into the middle. All right, so we're going to lie down on the back. Let's push both feet forwards and we're going to reach the arms over the head. So I'm really stretching out through the body here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push through the heel of my right foot. So I'm stretching my right leg along the floor. Then I'm going to swap and I'm going to push through the heel of the left foot. And then again right, and again left, and again right, and again left. All right, so let's get some breathing in next. We'll bring the right leg into the chest, we'll hug it in, and we'll take 4 deep breaths. Inhaling, and exhaling. Inhaling, and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so swapping legs over, let's bring the left leg in. 4 more deep breaths. All right, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more, inhaling and exhaling. And 1 more, inhaling and exhaling. All right, nice. So let's come back up to sitting again. We're going to come around cross-legged and we're going to repeat everything we've just done, but quicker to really get the blood moving and nice and warmed up. So 10 shoulder circles first. Off we go, circling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're turning the chin over the shoulder, into the middle, other way, into the middle, and again, into the middle, and again. Okay, good. Then we came round to sitting, feet hip distance apart, spine straight, hands just under the knees, and we're going to rock back and then forwards. We'll do 8 more. Exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. 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 2 more. Exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. 1 more. Exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. Then we came back round to face the front again and some side stretches. So off we go. We're going to exhale over. Inhale back. Exhale over. Inhale back. Exhale over. Inhale back. 1 more. Exhale over. Inhale back. On the other side. Inhaling. And exhale over. Inhale back. Exhale over. Inhale back. Exhale over. Inhale back. Last one. Exhale over. Inhaling back. Okay, lovely. Let's lie down on the back. Push both feet forwards. Reach the arms over the head. And we're just going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then relax. All right, so we're going to take both feet on the floor. Let's do some hip rolls. We're going to do slow hip rolls. That's with an arm movement as well. So let's reach the arms up to the ceiling and we're ready to go. So we're going to curve the pelvis under and roll vertebra to vertebra up. Take the arms over the head. Roll back down again through the spine. Bring the arms back to the ceiling. And curving the pelvis under, rolling up. Bringing the arms over the head. Rolling back down through the spine, bringing the arms back to the ceiling. 2 more. Curving the pelvis under, rolling up. Taking the arms over the head, rolling back down through the spine, bringing the arms back to the ceiling. Last one, curving the pelvis under, rolling up. Taking the arms over the head, rolling back down through the spine and then taking the arms up to the ceiling. All right, guys, we're going to take the hands onto the hips next. We're going to stretch the right leg forwards. On the exhale, we're going to lift the leg up and we'll do 8 each side. So we'll take an inhale and exhale, lift. And back. And lift. And back. And lift. And back. And lift. And back. And lift, and back, and lift, and back. 2 more, and lift, and back. 1 more, and lift, and back. Okay, swap legs over. Let's do that on the left. Keep the foot flexed, keep the legs strong. We'll take an inhale, and lift, and back, and lift, and back, and lift, and back, and lift. And lift, and lift, and 2 more, lift, and back, and lift and back. All right, both feet on the floor. Let's link the fingers together, put them behind the head. We're going to lift the head and the chest up. Again, 8 times. Lift up on an exhale. Keep the elbows wide. So we're going to take an inhale to prepare and exhale, lift. Inhale back and lift and 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 back. Let's do 2 more and lift and back. 1 more and lift and back. All right, nice guys. Let's go onto the side. We're going to wake up the hip. Let's do clamshells, yeah? So we'll keep the pelvis nice and still. Take the hand on the hip. We'll lift the knee up and down. Let's do 10 on each side. So we're going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Okay, so we'll turn around and we'll do that on the other side. Okay, I've got the heels of my feet roughly in line with my spine here. Yeah, that's the shape you're going for. Hand on the hip and 10 more lifting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, last one and 10. Okay, good. So up onto all fours, guys. Let's do cat stretches. Get the spine really moving next. So wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. And we're going to start in a long flat back. All right, so we're going to drop the head and curve the pelvis under. Then come through to a long flat back again. Let's do 4 more of those. So dropping the head, curving the pelvis under, and coming through to a long flat back. Dropping the head, curving the pelvis under, coming through to a long flat back. 2 more times. Dropping the head, curving the pelvis under, and coming through to a long flat back. Last one, and dropping the head, curving the pelvis under, and coming through to a long flat back. Okay, so from here we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to go straight onto the elbows. So I'm going to link my fingers together here, and I've got my shoulders stacked over my elbow. I'm going to lift this leg up first 8 times. I'm going to keep this leg bent. This is a nice exercise to wake up the back of the leg, the hamstring. So off we go. We're going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 more, 8. Okay, so we'll do that on the other side, and we're going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 more, 8. All right, so pop that leg down. You're going to take toes together, knees nice and wide. You're just going to sit all the way back onto the heels of the feet, reaching the arms forwards. And then we're going to walk the hands around to one side, so that's going to stretch gently out the back. And we'll take 2 breaths here, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. All right, guys, coming back onto the mat, we're going to go around the other side. 2 more breaths, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so coming back onto the mat, then we're going to roll up through the spine gently, vertebra for vertebra. Okay, good. So we're going to come around to sitting again. This time, guys, we're going to do half roll backs. Yeah, so we'll take feet hip distance apart, similar to what we did earlier, but we're going to hold the C curve. We're going to stay in the C curve the whole time, and we'll do 8. So off we go. We're going to exhale, rock back. Inhale, curve forwards. Exhale, back. Inhale, forwards. And again, back. And forwards. And back. And forwards. 4 more. Exhale, back. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, back. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, back. Inhale, forwards. 1 more. Exhale, back. Inhale, forwards. All right, let's roll down in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into another big stretch out like we did earlier. We're just going to hold it here again for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so earlier we lifted the leg up 8 times and then head up. We're going to put the 2 together. So let's lift head and leg, link the fingers together, and off we go. 8 on each side. We're taking inhale and exhale, lift, inhale, back, exhale, lift, and back, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. All right, on the other side, so stretching the left leg forwards, and we're going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more guys, 7, and 1 more, 8. All right, very nice, good. You should have felt that, hopefully all the way down the front of the abdominal wall there. Let's go back onto the side again. Same position we were in for clamshells, but this time we're going to do 10 pushes out with the top leg to the side. And then a couple of things after that. Easy to follow this one, so let's lift the top leg. The foot is flexed and the knee is definitely facing forwards. And we're going to push out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep breathing nice and deep, nice and full. 9, all right, and we're going to stop with the leg straight on 10. Then 10 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, bring that leg in and we'll do that on the other side. So 10 pushes, 10 circles. And I'm going to cue the breathing on this second side, yeah? I'll cue the breathing on this second side. So let's lift the top leg, foot flex, knee forwards. We're going to take an inhale to prepare. And then exhale, push. Inhale, back. Exhale, push. Inhale, back. Exhale, push. Inhale, back. Exhale, push. Inhale, back. Exhale, push. Inhale, good. 5 more. Exhale, push. Inhale, back. Exhale, push. Inhale, back. Exhale, push. Inhale, back. 2 more. Exhale, push. Inhale, back. Last one. Push and stop and circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and bring that leg gently in. So that was working into the outside of the hip. If we flip onto the stomach next, we can work into the back of the hip again. So for this one, we'll do heel squeeze prone, this one's called. We're going to take forehead on hands, heels of the feet are together, keep the feet flexed. On the exhale, we're going to squeeze the heels as hard as we can. Let's do 10. We'll take an inhale and squeeze and relax, and squeeze and relax, and squeeze and relax, and squeeze and relax, and squeeze, and relax. 5 more, squeeze, and relax, and squeeze, and relax, and squeeze, and relax. 2 more, and squeeze, and relax. 1 more, and squeeze, and relax. Okay, we're going to pop up into a cat stretch after that. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're just going to curve straight on up. Drop the head here, guys. Let's take 2 breaths. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhaling. Okay, we're going to slide on through and we're going to do a push back to bent legs. This is like pushing back to a bent-legged downward dog. So tuck the toes underneath. We're going to take an inhale to lift the knees, and on the exhale we're going to push back. I'm keeping my knees really bent here. That means I can get a lovely long stretch all the way down the spine. And we'll stay. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhaling. Okay, we're going to put the knees back on the floor again, and let's come around to face the front. So right at the top of this stream, we did a little bit to warm up the shoulders and the neck, and we turned the head over the shoulder and back. And my neck felt pretty tight there at the beginning, but now we're going to do spine twist, and you should feel that you can take your head a little bit further round. Why is that? That's not because we've been doing loads of neck stretches, guys. That's just because we've been pumping the blood around the body now for about 20 minutes or so. So pumping the blood will loosen everything up nicely. Off we go. We're going to link the fingers together, roll the shoulders back and down, pull through the top of the head. Okay, so let's rotate round. And now here, guys, turn the head over the shoulder, and it should go a little bit easier than at the beginning. Back to the hands, into the middle. Other way, rotating round. Head over the shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. And again, rotating round, head over the shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. And again, rotating round, head over the shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. So we're going to make a fist and take the hands straight out to the side. 10 circles here. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and gently put the hands all the way down. All right, so next up, guys, we're going to go into the 100. I'm going to cue this in the very kind of normal Pilates way. I'll be talking about imprint. I'm going to be cueing the breathing. If you don't know what imprint is, don't forget on this channel there is a tutorial called What the Hell is Imprint? That breaks it down nicely. And you can do this exercise with straight legs, as I'm going to do it, or you can keep the legs bent, which is called tabletop. Yeah, you can keep the legs bent or have them straight. Okay, so let's do the 100, guys. So we're going to take an inhale and exhaling into imprint. Inhale, lift one leg up. Exhale the other knees together. We're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale we're going to lift the head up, stretch the arms forwards and stretch the legs straight if you want. And inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 4, 5, halfway. Good, inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, coming all the way back in, guys. And we're going to do a little stretch now that is helpful for the sciatic nerve. So your sciatic nerve, it starts in the lower back and it comes all the way down, back of the hip, glutes, back of the leg, and all the way to the bottom, yeah? It's the biggest nerve in the body and it can get a little bit sticky. And this next exercise is sometimes referred to as flossing your sciatic nerve, yeah? It's just a kind of cool way of saying just trying to free it up a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to have both legs straight, and you're going to bring the right leg into the chest, We're going to link the fingers together onto the back of the leg here. I think at some point you're not going to be able to see my foot, but I'll explain anyway. So have the foot flexed, and what you want to do is push the foot up to the ceiling until you feel you've got maximum tension in your hamstring. When you feel it's at its max, take just a little tiny bit off and then hold that shape. Then all you're going to do is point the foot and flex the foot. Point the foot and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Let's do two more. Point and flex. One more, and point and flex. Okay, so we'll put that leg down and we'll do that on the other side. This is flossing your sciatic nerve, guys. So bring the leg into the chest, link the fingers together onto the hamstring, flex the foot. First thing, you're going to push the heel up until you get maximum tension on the hamstring, on the back of that leg, and then take just a tiny bit of tension off, hold that shape, and then we're going to point and flex. 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 Two more. Point and flex. One more, and point and flex. Okay, so let's push both legs forwards. We're going to have feet flexed. We're going to take this into full roll up. So I've got my legs about hip distance apart here. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Okay, we're going to take an inhale here, and on the exhale you want to float the arms back and over the head. This is where you're going to start, this is where you're going to finish. Let's go. We're going to move the arms to the ceiling, and then we're going to curve all the way up and over, roll the arms forwards. Start to roll back, still in that C curve, and then roll all the way down to the floor. So arms to the ceiling, and then curving all the way up and over. Start to move back, and then gently to the floor. And again, arms to the ceiling, and curving, reaching all the way over. Start to move back, and then down to the floor. Last one, arms to the ceiling, and curving all the way over, and start to move back, and then down to the floor. All right, guys, we're going to roll onto the side next. We're going to challenge our stability. Yeah, we're going to do a couple of sections of what's called side leg lift series. Let's do the first one, and we're going to keep the arm along the leg here. Off we go. So we're going to inhale, point, exhale, flex. Inhale, point, and we're going to do 8 of these. Point and flex, and point and flex. 4 more. Point and flex. Point and flex. 2 more. Point and flex. Point and flex. Okay, 8 circles. 1, 2, 3. Try to keep the pelvis still. Mine's wobbling a bit, but try to keep it still. 7, 8, and the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're going to put that leg down. We're still going to keep the hands here. We're going to lift both legs up just off the floor together. Let's see if we can do that 8 times. So off we go. We're going to lift 1. Wow, super wobbly today. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. Oh, that was a bit wobbly. All right, let's do that on the other side. So that's 3 sections, yeah, all of them with the arm along the leg. Okay, let's get nice and straight here, and then we're ready to go. And point and flex, 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 and point and flex. Okay, 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put the leg down and lift both legs together and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. Wow, okay, lovely, well done. That is pretty wobbly. That's meant to be wobbly, yeah, that's testing your stabilizers. We're going to pump a little bit more into the middle back now, so let's come back up cross-legged. We're going to flex the elbow, we're going to make a fist with the hand, and we're going to open 20 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, keep going, 12, nearly there, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, relax the arms down. Very nice, guys. Okay, we're going to come back to sitting and we're going to go into obliques rollbacks. So this is like a big old mashup of spine twists, half rollbacks, yeah, all together in one exercise. Let's take the arms forwards, roll the shoulders back and down, and then we're going to do 8 of these. So we're going to do a half roll back and then a twist on the top, come back into the middle, and then come straight. Half roll back with a twist, middle, straight. Half roll back, twist, middle, and straight. Half roll back, twist, middle, and straight. Keep going. And half roll back, twist, middle, and straight. Half roll back, twist, middle, and straight. Let's do 2 more. Half roll back, twist, middle, and straight. Last one. Half roll back, twist, middle, and straight. Okay, we're going to roll down again. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's bring the feet a little bit closer. And it would be good now to really dynamically work into the hamstrings, yeah? So we're going to do a whole heap of shoulder bridges. We're going to do 10 shoulder bridges. That's a shoulder bridge, guys, yeah? Just lifting up and down 10 times. The 10th one we're going to hold for 10 seconds, yeah? But we're not just going to do 1 set. Let's do 3 sets, and it's going to really fire. You should really feel it in the back of the leg here. Okay, so making sure you're not feeling it in the lower back. You don't have to lift up as high as possible. So what you want to avoid, I'll quickly show you, what you want to avoid is something like this. So what I've done is I've pushed my weight onto my shoulders, and you can see I've got quite an arch in my lower back there, and it doesn't hurt, but I can feel pressure there. And honestly, I'm feeling very, very little in the hamstring. So that's what you don't want to do. What you want to try to do is push the weight forwards through your knees. So you're lifting up, and I'm pushing forwards through my knees. I'm not trying to lift up any higher than that, and I can really feel it engage back of my leg here, and that's what I want. Yeah, so this is a much healthier way to do a shoulder bridge rather than whacking up onto the neck and shoulders and putting pressure on the lower back. So it's 3 sets, guys, with lifting 10 times, then holding for 10 seconds. Off we go. Let's lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and stay up on 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently down. Second set, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and stay up on 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently down we come. Last set, guys. I can really feel it burn. Off we go. And lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and stay up on 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that was really burning. Okay, so we've super pumped there. Let's one more time do the sciatic nerve floss. So both legs are straight. We're going to bring the right leg into the chest, link the fingers onto the hamstring, flex the foot. So we're going to push the heel up until you've got maximum tension in the hamstring. Then you're going to take a tiny bit of the tension off, and we hold the shape, and we point and flex. 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 So let's do 2 more and flex. Point and flex. All right, on the other leg. So link the fingers together on the back there, flex the foot, push it up until you've got maximum tension. Hold it there, take a little bit of tension off, and then we go point and flex. 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 2 more. Point and flex. And point and flex. Okay, put both feet back on the floor, and we're going to do a knee shake. So I'm just shaking my knees in and out here fairly vigorously, fairly quickly. We'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, let's do a little bit more for the core and the abdominal wall. So we're going to bring both legs into the chest. You're going to pull the belly through into the lower back. That's basically getting into imprint. Let's lift the head up. We're going to look down at the belly and then reach the arms forwards. So let's take an inhale, and on the exhale we're going to reach the toes forwards and inhale, knees back. Exhaling, reach, and you don't have to straighten the legs there, guys. Inhaling back. Let's do 6 more. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. 5. Inhaling back. 4. Inhaling back. 3. Inhaling back. 2. Inhaling back. 1. Inhaling back, and relax all the way down. Okay. So in a second, we're going to pop back up there, guys. And what we'll do this time is we'll reach the right leg forwards, and then the left leg forwards, then the right, and then the left. And we'll reach the leg on the exhale, and let's go for a fully extended leg. If when you're doing this and you're reaching the leg forwards, it feels uncomfortable or tight, uncomfortable, tight on the lower back, then just take the leg a little bit higher. Okay, so let's pull the belly through to the lower back. We're going to lift the head up, look down at the belly, and stretch the arms forwards, and off we go. We're going to reach right, left. Let's do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax all the way back in. Lovely, guys. Okay, let's do a very nice little back opener. We're going to roll around onto the right shoulder. Keep the knees tucked up. I'm going to push my right hand down on top of the knees here. I'm going to stretch the left arm up to the ceiling. So we're going to open that left arm, keep looking at the hands, and take it all the way to the floor if you can, and then bring it back. And again, opening and back. Let's do that 2 more times. Opening and then back. And 1 more. Open and then back. All right, let's do that on the other side. So I'm on my left shoulder, left hand on top of the knees here, right arm up to the ceiling, and I'll do the breathing this time. Let's take an inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to open, inhaling back, exhaling, open, Inhaling, exhaling, open. Inhaling back. One more time. Exhaling, open. Inhaling back. Okay, good. All right, guys, I think it's time to put in a back exercise. And I think it's better when I do these streams and online classes that you have a look from this way, yeah? So I've got my legs, there they are, I've got my legs wider than my hips and they're rotated, so I'm squeezing the glutes. And I'm going to take my hands out to the side, so I'm making a T shape. My nose is just gently on the floor. On an exhale, I'm going to lift my head and my hands just off the floor, so I'm not going really high. But I'm going very long, so I'm reaching through the fingers, through the top of my head, and also behind me through my toes. So let's do 5 more of these, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's pop up into a cat stretch just to relax the spine back in the other direction. So that's a cat stretch, guys. Drop the head, curl the pelvis under. We're going to hold it here for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do another set of that. So we're going to go back down, and this time we're going to do 10. If you're not comfortable with how it feels in the lower back, and that's okay if you're not comfortable, then you can keep the head down, just lift the arms. That will work into the shoulders still, and it's still a really good exercise without it feeling too uncomfortable on the lower back. But it is okay if you're lifting your head up and down on this exercise. It is okay to feel it in the lower back. You should a little bit feel it in the lower back because we're working into hyperextension, yeah? We're using the muscles all the way down the spine to lift ourselves up, yeah? Okay, so let's do a set here and we'll do 10. Off we go. We're going to exhale, lift, inhale, 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 back. 5 more. Exhale, lift, inhale, exhale, lift, inhale, back, exhale, lift, inhale, back. 2 more. Exhale, lift, inhale, back. Last one. Exhale, lift, inhale, back. Okay, we're going to go up into a cat stretch again. This time we'll hold it for 10 seconds. Drop the head, curl the pelvis under. Let's stay for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide on through to a long flat back. And we're going to stay on all fours, guys. Tuck the toes under. We're going to do 8 pushes back to bent legs. So we did this fairly near the beginning of the stream. We push back to a bent-legged downward dog. We're going to do exactly that same position for 8 times, and we keep it moving. So let's take an inhale and exhale back. Inhale down and back and down. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 2 more. I know I said 8. We're doing 10. Apologies. Pilates teachers definitely can't count. Well done, guys. Toes together, knees apart. We're going to go back into another long spine stretch. Let's just stay in the middle with the forehead down. 2 breaths. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhaling. All right, we're going to roll up gently through the spine. Nice and easy all the way up. All right, so as some of you will know, I love to put in some planks. Yeah, we're going to put in some planks. And I'm going to alternate between hands and elbows. Some people have a preferred plank, some people prefer hands, some elbows. That doesn't matter. Both are good. All right, let's do 4 sets. Whoa. 4 sets of 20-second planks, yeah. And I'm going to start off with a plank on the hands. Just make sure, guys, that you have got the legs together. You don't have to, but if you do squeeze the legs together, then you can use the glutes as well. Glutes and inner thigh. You can really get a good activation on them, and that will help with staying in the plank. We're not going for a banana shape, yeah, so don't relax the lower back. Keep the core, keep the abdominal wall engaged. No bananas, and also try not to have the hips too high. Yeah, we're going to go for a diagonal shape if you're on the hands, horizontal shape if you're on the elbows. So first off, 20 seconds, okay? I've got wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. I'm going to take one leg behind, squeeze second leg in. I'm going to stay for 20 seconds. And make sure, guys, that you do a nice, easy inhale and exhale the whole time. Don't hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so just sit back, give the hands a shake, take the weight off the hands. And I think I mentioned this maybe last week, but if you find it uncomfortable to be on the hands, and a lot of people do, that doesn't matter, that position is just not comfortable for quite a lot of people, you can get push-up handles. Yeah, these are pretty cheap. They're about anything between about, well, €8 up, but you don't have to get really expensive ones. And what a push-up handle will do will enable you to stay in that position, up on a little thing like that, without using that uncomfortable position if that's not working for you. So push-up handles are good. All right, anyway, down we go, onto the elbows next. Another 20 seconds, so take one leg behind, squeeze the second leg in. I'm going to keep my eye on the clock that's just out in front here. That's 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and 20 seconds. All right, down we come. Okay, take a few breaths. And then we'll go back up into the hands again. Third set, out we go. Spread the fingers out nice and wide. Take one leg behind, squeeze second leg in, 20 seconds. That's 10. Nearly there. And that's 20. All right, take the weight off the hands again. Give them a little shake. Okay. One last plank. Yep, one last plank. I'm going to go back out onto the elbows. All right, let's do it. Then we'll do some stretches. So let's link the fingers together. Okay, take one leg behind. Squeeze the second leg in. And we're off. That's 10 seconds. 15. And 20. And relax. All right, lovely stuff, guys. I'm going to have some water before we go into some stretches. So these stretches are pretty big, some of them. So if you've been working out and, you know, moving around for a good half an hour, then it makes sense to do big stretches. If you've just jumped onto the stream, or if you're watching this later and you've like gone through to the end of this workout video, don't do these stretches if you're not really warmed up. By warmed up, I don't just mean, oh, I feel warm, or I just got out of a warm shower, but warmed up from the inside, from doing sport and activity. All right, guys, so let's start with a hip flexor stretch. So hip flexors, the muscles that run down the front here, some on the inside a little bit. We're going to stretch those out. Let's take the right foot out in front, hands on the thigh, and rocking forwards. So I'm feeling most of the stretch down the front of this back leg and up into that hip. So let's stay here, and we can take an easy inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhaling. Inhale and exhaling. Inhale and exhaling. All right, so rocking on back, and we'll do that on the other side. Left foot out in front, hands on the thigh, rocking forwards. Okay, good. Inhale and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so let's come around. We're going to face the front and let's go into some straddle stretches. So we're going to take the legs nice and wide, feet are flexed. All right, let's take an inhale, and on the exhale, we're just going to walk on forwards, yeah, as far as you can. And we're going to stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go round to one leg. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and round to the other leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the way gently back. All right, let's give the legs a little bit of a shake as we bring them back together. We're going to take hands behind, heels to hips, and an easy knee drop over. Let's hold this here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into the middle, and we'll go over the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and we're just going to finish up with the soles of the feet together. We'll take a little roll down through the spine, guys. So let's drop the head. We're going to roll down through the neck, upper back, middle back, all the way down, and we'll take some deep breaths at the bottom. Okay, let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, picking up the belly, we're going to roll up through the spine nice and gently, vertebra for vertebra, leaving the head till the end. All right, guys, thanks a lot for joining this Thursday stream. Don't forget, with the stream, you can message me in anything up to 5 minutes before it starts, and let me know if there's any exercise you want to look at, or any kind of aches and pains, tight shoulders, tight hips that you're trying to work through. Message me in, let me know, and yeah, look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.